Camilla has been able to step forward in her new royal role after feeling her involvement as the Duchess of Cornwall could be seen as interfering in royal affairs. The Queen Consort shared a love of horse racing with the late monarch, although chose to stay in the background so as not to overshadow Queen Elizabeth II. Following the death of the Queen, King Charles and Camilla have made efforts to streamline the monarchy to better suit the firm's modern needs. Royal author Christopher Anderson spoke about Camilla's renewed position in the royal family after news broke the new king had plans to sell a number of his mother's beloved racehorses. Speaking to Royally Us host Christina Garibaldi, Mr. Anderson said, "Camilla is an avid horsewoman. She stayed in the background during the Queen's reign because she didn't want to look like she was interfering with the Queen's thing. Now, she can step forward and it's interesting to see what she will be doing." The podcast host added, "Interesting that they are streamlining the monarchy in all different ways, including the race horses." The Queen Consort is said to be making a step forward in her new role. Image, Getty. The late Queen held a keen interest in horse racing. Image, Getty. Last week, reports broke that King Charles had begun plans to sell 14 of his mother's racehorses at Tattersall's auction house in Newmarket. The king inherited the horses from the late Queen, who was a keen breeder of racehorses and frequently attended the races herself. The 14 racehorses are understood to have sold for an average of over £76,000 each, generating a total profit in excess of £1 million. Love affairs. The racehorse, which was the Queen's last winner at Goodwood just 2 days before her death, was among the collection sold at the auction house. Read more. Prince Harry choosing his own happiness with new memoir. Camilla is said to have wanted to avoid interfering with the late monarch's hobby. Image, Getty. King Charles has sold 14 of the late Queen's racehorses. Image, Getty. Royal author Mr. Anderson described the decision to sell the Queen's much-adored racehorses as symbolic, although he also noted that the cost of running the royal stables was likely a key motivator. He said, "The racehorses are indicative, I think, of Charles's desire to really start streamlining the monarchy. It's interesting because it's very symbolic. The Queen's one passion was horse racing. It is the sport of kings after all." The other person who was really interested in horse racing in her circle was Camilla. Charles never got into it, he was more of a polo guy. He added that the upkeep for the racehorses costs a lot of money, and the sales were likely an effort to reduce the £1 million annual loss of running the stables. Don't miss Prince William to take active role in coronation as Megxit Bringy. Report Camilla shares Charles' unusual talent and why grandkids adore him. Insight poll. Should King Charles strip Meghan and Harry of royal titles? Poll. Royal commentators have suggested Camilla will take over as the new royal figurehead for horse racing. Image, Getty. Trending royal sources have suggested that the king lacks his mother's affection for horse racing, despite having trained as an amateur jockey for some time in his earlier years. However, commentators have suggested the Queen Consort will likely succeed Queen Elizabeth II as the new royal figurehead for British horse racing. An unspecified royal source told the Mail on Sunday, "The plan has always been that Charles and Camilla would take on the legacy. Camilla obviously adores horses and is hugely passionate about racing." Another royal source told The Times, "Camilla has a real love of racing and she will be the person who speaks with the trainers each day, in the way the Queen had." Read next. Charles won't come out of this well. Fresh fears over the crown. Camilla dotes on grandchildren rarely seen in public. The Crown will show Tampin Gate in sympathetic manner. Queen Camilla snubbed as she tried to help Meghan Markle settle in. Prince William and Kate snubbed King Charles and Queen Camilla.